Welcome to the Three Little Porkins. I'm Matt.
I'm Lance.
And we are here to talk about The Mandalorian.
Oh my God, are we here to talk about The Mandalorian?
So awesome. I mean, we've only seen like the sneak peek snippets on YouTube right now, but it is, it looks so good. It's got that Wild West feel to it that I just think they're going to blow it out of the park.
Yeah, I definitely think it looks like Star Wars, and honestly, this might be a little controversial, but I think it looks more like Star Wars than Episode 9 trailer does, and even Episode 8. It really has that lived-in feeling.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, it's, you know, I call it the sneak preview, you know, the secret sneak preview. Yeah. And even from that bad quality, it was like, man, I am 10 years old again.
Absolutely.
Watching A New Hope, you know, falling in love with Star Wars and that universe. There's just so many different things that was going on in that little sneak preview that I like to talk about. Yeah,
I just think that the casting for one was awesome. It gave me these chills and these feels like, is this like Master Chief mixed with Clint Eastwood kind of Western in space? I mean, it had this whole cool element. Yeah. Pedro Pascal, who's going to play the Mandalorian, just fit that role really well. I'm just so excited to see everything. Jon Favreau, the director, if you don't know who he is, he brought us Iron Man. He created the Marvel universe. Really, if Iron Man failed, he also plays Happy Hogan in the movie series. Mm-hmm. But if he had failed, the Marvel universe as we know it wouldn't exist. Yeah, this guy is creating the Mandalorian.
Well, and then we learned from the panel, if Iron Man didn't come into fruition, then we wouldn't have, you know, the pair up of Filoni and Favreau now, because that's where they met, apparently, according to him anyway, which is really cool to see those guys. They give so much to their universe that they're in at that time. Filoni, obviously, Rebels, Clone Wars,
everything.
You know,
just let him take over for Kathleen Kennedy any day, please.
That'd be nice. So just to kind of, you know, spitball here, my absolute favorite line from this little teaser trailer, or whatever, or actually not trailer, the scene that they showed, like 7 minutes.
Give or take.
Was when the Mando, he pulled his guns out, pulled his blasters out, when the doctor or scientist came out, and they're like, please lower your weapons. And he's like, no, have them lower theirs first. And Stormtrooper goes, we have you 4-1. And without missing a beat, the Mando goes, I like those odds. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
That's what I mean. Like,
take my money. Take it off.
That is the Clint Eastwood feel that I was talking about too. Right. Do you remember on Knights of the Old Republic, they had the Mandalorian on that? Mm-hmm. That really gruff kind of Ron Perlman looking character they made? Right. That's what the attitude. I mean, that's just all Mandalorian from all the lore and Star Wars and everything. That is all Mandalorian. Yep. And God, man, we didn't really get any of that with Boba Fett. No. You know, you really had like what 3-4 lines of dialogue. If that, you had the classic nod. Yeah. In Return of the Jedi. Still the badass he is, but like now we're getting a real Mandalorian. Yeah, you know, and the thing is like what kind of struck me a little odd at first is, and it's just me in my own head, but when the Mandalorian sat down and started asking these questions and actually having dialogue, I was like, okay, we've heard this in Clone Wars and stuff, you know, in Rebels maybe, but not in live action. Have we really heard a bounty hunter converse, you know, talk? And I was like, okay, all his lines are cool, calculated, to the point. He's no BS. You know, he comes in, gets the job done, and that's all there is to it. Yeah. And I'm honestly, I am more excited right now for The Mandalorian than I am Star Wars. And how about that team build, too, that they have? I mean, that is cool. Yeah. You got Carl Weathers. Like, come on. And stuff. You know, you got Carl Weathers. You got, what is it? The MMA girl. What is her name? I can't think of it right now.
Her name ellipses me.
Yeah, but she was the Machine or something like that in MMA world. Yeah, she was a beast.
And she fits the role.
Oh my God!
What's a little weird, and I called it and everybody else called it on the internet, was when she said that she was a ex-rebel shock trooper.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of research. I couldn't find anything in current canon about a rebel shock trooper.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's on the Imperial side, you have the shock troopers.
And they've also said that they're bringing in new elements. This comes in between the original trilogy and down the road, but so they're bringing in new elements, new everything. I mean, maybe there was Well, it could be. And obviously, if you take one look at her, then she would be the prime candidate for a shock trooper. I mean, she's going toe-to-toe with a Mandalorian in that one scene. And again, that opens up more doors for new series coming out, too.
Oh, absolutely.
We could see some shock trooper series,
Well, kind of go off rails. If this little 7-minute scene is any indication of what we're going to get from the other Star Wars TV shows, then I'm on board.
I am so on board. We've been waiting for this.
Forever?
I was like crossing my fingers hoping that the first thing that they made would be a Knights of the Old Republic one, because there's so much that they haven't touched on. This area, this timeline, it's a little saturated. You got to acknowledge it. There's limitations on where you can go.
Right.
So to me, it felt like I wanted Knights of the Old Republic because it's just untouched ground. You can do whatever you want because you can create it as you go.
Right.
But then I saw what they've made here, and I'm like, this is where we had to be.
Right, right. And there's still, you're talking 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so you still have roughly 25 years to play with, and that's eternity when you're pinning out a story.
Absolutely.
You can interweave it however you want to.
And these are new characters, new lands, new everything, so they don't even have to touch.
Right.
That's the world around them. This is a new area.
Now, I would still like to see some references. You're only 5 years out from the Empire dissolving in the Senate, so there's still strong remnants of Empire. I mean, just because you killed Palpatine doesn't mean the Empire is just going to fold up shop and be like, "Hey, our leader's not here anymore.
And we could see early signs of First Order too. You know.
When did the Battle of Jakku happen? That was right at the end, wasn't it? Right after Endor. Yeah. So that was only a couple weeks. So you're still having major battles. Mm-hmm. 5 years after, you're probably not having that big a battle. You're still having skirmishes, maybe. We did see some things in space that look really good. I was not... When I saw the hyperspace and I saw the TIE fighter, I'm like, okay, they're actually going in space. I was a little shocked.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bounty hunter. He's going out.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to. I just didn't expect to see that in a TV show. I expect, hey, let's have a couple scenes, let's ground it, be done with it.
I mean, especially they gave him, the wallet is open. They said, here's your budget. It's pretty much infinite.
Yeah, when you're spending $10 million an episode.
Yeah, it's pretty much infinite. Do what you will with it. Right. He's already, Jon Favreau has said, he wanted to keep it very grounded and kind of follow those the same paths that the original trilogy did to honor that, but also he's keeping it kind of very practical. Sure. And the Rogue One kind of rough like beat up kind of feel.
Oh, it had it.
Yeah,
it definitely had it. Now I'm going to go out on a limb here. They said that the codes. I'm sure everybody's seen and heard, but. The Mandalorian only had half of the code because the code was 50 years old. Mm-hmm. Now, 50 years old, in my head, canon puts it a little bit before the Battle of Naboo. Maybe a couple of years before, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Is it possible that the Mandalorian is trying to track down a Jedi? Or a Sith? Or a Force user?
Sure.
I mean, if you're going to hire a Mandalorian... You're not going to go find this average little scum. You're going to find somebody that's
you don't hire the best for that rough and tumble.
Best in the parsec.
Yeah, but yeah. I would hope so. I don't know how I'm gonna I really want that to translate well, but at the same time I'm concerned about seeing a Jedi going against a Mandalorian.
And you might get this thing where it's like. The Mandalorian finds out in later episodes that it is a Jedi, but the Jedi's in hiding, so he's not showing anything. He's like, Kanan, just blast or maybe a little force here and there, but not really revealing his cards until he knows he can get away with it.
Yeah.
Could be that kind of thing. Or it could totally not be.
Yeah,
but
I mean, who knows?
If you're going, in my mind, if you're going back, roughly 50 years, that's how old the code is, then you're going for something significant that's going to be huge to the plot, huge probably to the whole saga, I would go out on a limb and say.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, why make it? It's got to kind of have to tie in some way.
Yeah.
I would think. But yeah, I mean, you get that, then you get scenes of like IG-88, kind of wrecking fools. I'm just like, oh my God. They're just.
Yeah, take it. Just
money. Money goes everywhere. We want that. It's like a kid in a candy store, and that's what I want.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I want it grounded. I don't want episode 8, episode 9 trailer where it's like, why are we flying a TIE fighter at a person 2 feet off the ground? When have we ever done that?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. At least that I could think we're not doing that. So why?
And I definitely want them to keep it real, keep it as gritty as possible, and Rogue One for me, I know that's got mixed reviews from a lot of people, but for me it was just amazing. They grounded everything. I mean, yes, there was the Force worshippers, I guess we would call it.
Oh gosh, you're gonna put me on the spot. I can't remember. I'm
sorry, but there wasn't that Force element.
Protector of the wheels.
Yeah,
something. Don't quote me on that.
But there was that element of the Force. But really, this wasn't about the Force. No. This wasn't about any of that stuff. Right. This was about the war. This was about battles. Right. This was about just...
Yeah, I mean, in Rogue One, that was their first major battle that they had against the Empire. And it came at an extreme loss. I mean, you lost tons of rebel carriers and starships right there, just at the very end. So...
But they brought the battles to life. Not the magic, not the spiritual side of it. They brought the battles to life.
And I think that's what you're going to get in The Mandalorian. You're going to get this, grounded. There's no magic users. I like right at the beginning when that first frame comes in and you got that monkey, being grilled
on
up.
The spit.
and you go, okay.
Yeah.
This is not for kids.
Yeah. And you immediately, everybody referenced that thing immediately. You hear the cheers in the room, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I think for me, that set the tone. Yeah. Like, listen, we're not pulling any punches here. We're going, full go. Yeah. We're spending the money. We're putting the movies on hiatus, so we're going to invest in these TV shows. And to me, when you start out with Favreau and Filoni as your showrunners and like, hey, let's go do this. Yeah. You're committed to it. And honestly, not to cut you off, honestly, that's what they should have done with this saga.
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, I love JJ. I think JJ did a really good job on 7, but man,
at this point, he's going to have to be putting lipstick on a pig.
Oh, unfortunately, I think that is the case. But honestly, I don't care about episode 9. If it's great, great. If it's bad, it's bad. Give me The Mandalorian. Give it to me now.
Right. November can't come soon enough.
Right. Give me those 10 episodes we think. It was a $100 million budget, $10 million an episode. That's 10 episodes.
Let's make them long episodes.
I got a feeling they're going to be 1 hour episodes.
Game of Thrones long.
The whole color palette to me, honestly, felt very Game of Thrones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It really did. And what, you're fixing to go out of Game of Thrones now. You got, 5 more episodes? You're going to have a couple months delay. 9 more, sorry. Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to, I don't watch it. You're going to have a little bit of time, and then, boom, hey, you like Game of Thrones? We got something just as good.
Let's not forget, too, not that he has anything to do with it anymore, really, but George Lucas was on the set of Game of Thrones while they were filming this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, I mean, just a little nod. Yeah. Maybe, I'm sure somebody picked up the phone and said, hey, what do you think?
Yeah. So, guys, tell us what we missed. Tell us if there's anything else you'd like to see us cover on The Mandalorian. Comment, like, subscribe. I know for me, I'm excited. That's all I could think about. Like, the episode 9 trailer, it's a distant memory at this point. As soon as that Mandalorian scene and trailer releases, I'm probably going to be watching it at least once a day, just combing through it again, trying to find something I missed. Yeah. I'm excited. How about you, Matt?
They won me on a half-ass snippet of a badass show coming out, so if that tells you anything how I feel about this, I'm sold.
Cool.
I can't wait. You guys, thank you for everything. Like and subscribe to us, please.
Cool. Peace out.
Later.